Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel, and thank you for stopping by for another video. I know it's been a little bit and I apologize, life happens and we do the best we can, right? So today I'm actually going to show you how to restring a strand of, in this case, vintage beads. This is a 2-strand necklace. As you can see, it has this beautiful little pink clasp that I love, and it's just a little tension clip clasp, and as you can see, just pinch this here, and they also call them box clasps, but it's held together on tension. And let's see if I can get it to focus, and sorry about that. But yeah, so a pretty standard clasp right there for a 2-strand necklace. Now it does have on it the little knot protectors, so we're going to actually be reusing those. And then these are the matching clip-on earrings, and Roger actually got me this set yesterday at an estate sale that we went to. And I love all things vintage and antique-y anyway, but I'm really kind of digging the mid-century modern 1950s style of things. And it's actually, my wedding dress is a 1950s vintage reproduction of a white, it's an ivory actually, swing dress. So I'm super excited about that. So I found this and I just thought it was so cute, and it's so pretty, and it's just in such lovely colors. Just thought it was really pretty. And so, you know, I love upcycling and, you know, that sort of thing. So we're just going to restring this because, as you can see, these threads are really loose and the necklace isn't hanging the way that it should, and I want to make sure that I have this secure so that I can wear it. And these are actually very comfortable, and I was kind of surprised because you never know with clip-ons if they're going to be comfortable or not, but these are actually really comfortable. So there's that. Now, to redo a necklace like this, to restring it, you're actually going to need a couple of things. And let's see, you're going to need some thread. Now this was originally done on like a thicker thread, but I'm just going to use normal hand sewing thread. I think that'll be fine. And the needle that I have picked has an eye on it that should easily go through the beads themselves and also through the knot protectors. I think it'll be just fine. I have a pair of round nose pliers, and I have a pair of bent nose pliers. Okay, and that's to help me with the knot protectors when we get to that point. And then of course a pair of scissors, which is pretty standard to use for cutting the thread. So I don't want to mess up the pattern at all on the necklace because I really like it. So what I typically do is I will thread my needle, and then what I'll do is disconnect one of the knot protectors off of the clasp, and I'll see if I can't just simply string through the beads as they're on there and then just remove the old thread as I go. So we'll see how that works. So give me just a minute and I will go ahead and thread my needle. Okay, so I've actually got it set up on the tripod right now, so we'll see how this goes, if the angle still works out well. Okay, so we have our thread and our needle, and we're just going to try and guesstimate how much thread we need. It's better to go long on the thread than to not have enough, typically. Okay, so I kind of wanted to double it up, so let's take a look. I don't think that's going to be enough. Okay, so maybe that will be enough. I'm not sure. We'll see. We will see how it goes. Okay, so then standard practice of threading a needle. Which is kind of hard to do looking at it through the camera. I think I got it. Yay, I got it. Okay. We're just going to pull the end all the way through. Whoop. Keep on tugging. Hopefully don't get it into a knot. Okay, now I'm just going to make a standard knot on the end of it. Just wrap it around and pull it through. pretty close to that knot right there. Okay. So, like I said, I'm going to try and salvage these knot protectors. So to do that, I'm actually going to insert the end of my needle nose plier, my round nose plier, sorry, into that opening and just kind of twisting up. And there we go. Now if we follow this to the other side, we should be able to do the same thing on this side. Insert the pliers in, and twist it in our hand a little bit. Is that the side that opens? Nope, I had it backwards. Okay, so now we've got that set free. All right, so I didn't really want to mess with the pattern at all, so I'm kind of hoping that we'll be able to just thread straight through. Oh yeah. Okay. So it's pretty basic from here out. You're just going to kind of go through and you're just going to kind of thread them on. Now, what I am going to do is, now that I have this one on here, I'm going to go up a few more, and then I'm going to go ahead and clip this end off to give me some extra wiggle room. But for now, we're just going to keep working and threading this through as we go. Now, it is helpful too if, one, you don't tangle up your strings. So I'm going to put the end over there. But also if you don't sew through the existing thread. So if you can see, I kind of pull it taut. And then when I go in, you can try not to get it actually into the existing thread. That kind of helps too. But this one's a little tight, so we'll see. I might have to, let me see, clip. I'm going to have to clip it early, which can be kind of tricky in and of itself. So just because I need these two to come off. And then because this one has a, it feels like it has a smaller diameter hole on the inside, it didn't want to go through with that thread there. Yeah, it was a bit snug. And that happens, you know, sometimes these are, I don't know how these particular beads were made, but sometimes you'll find that in older pieces, you can see there where the thread broke off. They're a little bit more fragile. And then also, like in this case, that thread broke off. So it's a good thing that we're restringing it, because that could become a problem. Okay, so we got two white, or clear, I guess. And then one of these really pretty little Aurora Borealis ones. And hopefully this needle will still fit through. Nothing worse than when you get everything all set up and then you realize that the bead or the needle doesn't go through all the beads the way you hoped they would. Okay, so we just want to be careful and be aware of the fact that we have the end there, and I'm not sure I'm not really sure how, you know, if that whole, the knot on the end of this string is going to be enough to keep those beads in place. Okay, so for this one, it looks like we've got two, it's like every two maybe. So we've got two pink, two lavender, I hope you guys can see this, two clear. Okay, and then we're gonna have two pink, followed by two lavender, and then two clear again. Okay, and then we have our next glass bead. Okay, so we're just going to keep repeating that process, and I will bring you right back as we get down to a bit more of that. All right, be right back. Okay, so I just want to bring you in real quickly and let you see what I had kind of figured out that was working well for me. So if I just kind of back the string out, it kind of leaves the beads sitting there. So you just kind of go through, line them up, and just kind of push the needle through. And that has proven to be a little bit faster of a way to get everything onto the needle. Oops. Okay, and then when you have one that's like this is a little tight, just kind of gently nudge it through so you don't break or crack the bead. Because that'd be really sad, I think, to have gone this far and then end up losing a bead for something like that. I may have some in this size also, but then it wouldn't be truly the piece that it was, because I'd have to add something to it. I don't want to do that. So we have actually been having a lot of fun finding you know, different little treasures and stuff at estate sales and yard sales. These last couple weekends, I did find a beautiful Wedgwood soup tureen. It came as a set. It was actually 3 pieces, amazingly enough. It was a large soup tureen, a smaller, I guess, vegetable tureen that has the ladle with it, so I don't know what that's for. But and then we also have a sugar bowl with the lid, and both the tureens have their lids, which is nice. And like I said, we do have the ladle for the smaller of the 2 tureens. And I was pretty surprised because it's actually in the American Clippers pattern. And on eBay, they're actually going for quite a little bit of money. So I was pretty surprised and pretty pleased with that. We also found some teacups and saucers by a Native American artist who actually is from Oklahoma, which is where we are. And I was pretty amazed by that too, and they're actually quite lovely. And his name was AC Blue Eagle. And so we have a set of 8 teacups and saucers. And then the last thing, we actually found some vintage dishes. And they are from the 1950s. And I'm pretty excited about those too. And those are ones we're actually going to be using. I've actually begun using them now, so I'm very pleased with those finds. Okay. And so that's what we've been kind of up to lately, is just kind of looking for little vintage things here and there. You know, things that we're going to be reselling. So I'm pretty excited. Okay, so here's the first strand done. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and try and push the knot out of this end. Let's see if you can see it. There it is. Okay, so we're going to get rid of that knot. And I'm actually going to see if I can do this without damaging this knot protector. Sorry, kind of reshape it around my plier and see, kind of give it back to its, get it back to its original little rounded shape. Maybe use these ones as well, kind of bend it up here at the corner. I don't know if you can see that. Sorry, I keep getting off because I'm trying to see it myself by looking around the screen. Okay. Alright. We don't want to do too much because you don't want to damage it. Then you're going to sew up through the knot protector. And then I'm actually going to trim this off. And then kind of like how you would any other knot. Okay. Just going to go overhand like this. And loop it around several times. And try and, you know, kind of build up a substantial knot. Now, I'm sure that there are other ways to do this. And there's probably people out there that do a lot of hand stringing that are like, oh my gosh, what is she doing? It's not that complicated, whatever. This works for me. You do you, boo. And then you're going to check and make sure that the knot doesn't come through. Just give it a gentle tug. If it comes through, then you just got to pull it back through and keep knotting. Now, if you're worried about your knot coming undone, the other thing that you can do is you can apply like a little bit of clear nail polish to the end of the knot. I'm not hugely worried about that with this one, so I'm not going to bother, but that's also an option. So then you trim off the thread and pull that down through. And there's your knot. And you can apply the glue down in here too if you'd like. And that just kind of helps to make sure it's secure. Then I'm going to push all your beads back towards the knot protector. This side tends to be a little trickier for me, just because it does. So we're going to do the same thing. You're going to pick the little thingy out of it. This one isn't too misshapen like the other one was. So my nails are kind of a mess. I painted them late last night and then we ended up going to bed, and you know what happens when you go to bed with your nails a little bit slightly damp. Alright, so I'm going to remove this knot. Maybe. If I can get the scissors to cooperate. And that actually did a really lousy job. Okay. And a little bit of our Old Faithful saliva to the end of it. And on a good day, if this is working well, you can get it to go up through little holes. If not, just rethread on your sewing needle. Alright, I am like blind as a bat anymore, so. Sorry, the quality of this video is going to be pretty atrocious, I'm sure. Sorry about that. It has to do with needing to be able to see and trying to make it so that you guys can see it at the same time. Not always compatible. Okay, so doesn't want to go through on this end, so we put it on the table and push. Okay, and then because we want to keep it as taut to the bottom as we can, so for this one I'm actually going to utilize having the needle on here. Let's see. I'm trying to get it so you guys can see it and so I can see it too, and it's not cooperating as well as I'd hoped. So we don't want this. Okay, let's see. Think. I know there's probably going to be somebody out there that's going to have all kinds of creative ideas as to what I could have done better, and that's fine. Let's go back through it because I don't want it to go through the bottom. Okay. It has been a while since I've had to restring anything. It's been a while since I've had to use not protectors, I can tell you that much. Okay. So in theory, I don't want to send that through until I'm ready for it. Okay. So, oops, I just knocked that off. I typically like to get as many loops in as I can on whatever it is I'm trying to knot. Alright. Okay, so to do that, you just kind of like I did before, just gonna kind of go around it several times to try to build up that knot. So this is gonna be no different. I'm just gonna try wrapping around a number of times. And if I can remember how to flip and do it to direct the knot. Not terrible. Still has a little bit of give to it, so it should hang decent without being too, yeah, that'll work. Okay. And so to continue building up the knot a little bit more, same thing. Wrap it around my fingers numerous times. Sorry, like I said, it's been a while since I've had to restring anything because typically this is the kind of thing that I do. I make a lot of joy, but I usually use beading wire for a reason. And voila. Okay, and that should be pretty good. Oh, looks like it's probably pretty good. You see they're not kind of poking through at that end. So, I'm going to do a few of these also, just because I want to make sure that that's really secure in there and that it's not going to go popping off the other end of it, because that would be kind of an annoying tragedy, I think. Especially after going to all this trouble to make a mess. And that part just pulled off. Well, we'll see. If not, I'll be restringing this one. Okay. So there's that. Okay, and then this, when we're ready, will actually just get attached back to the clasp. But you can see it's on there. And then this is what goes over the clasp, and then we just kind of pinch it down. All right. I will be back once I have the other side done. Okay, so now that both strands have been restrung, you probably can't tell because you can't see it, but this one's actually the longer of the two. And so it's actually, because I'm right-handed, so this would be the one that would drape trying to think of how best to like do this. So this would be here. This is the longer of the two, so this comes up like this. Okay, and then it attaches the clasp this way. But my hair's everywhere. I'm right-handed, so it's actually gonna be the longer sides here, the shorter sides there. I think that should work. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and start with this piece here. And that's the shorter of the two. And to do this, oops, once you get on there, going to put our little pliers back in there. We're going to go the opposite way we did last time. We're just going to kind of curl it in. You just want to make sure it's secure. Okay, and then make sure we have the right one. Same thing on this side. Get it in there. And then we're just going to twist it until it's secure in there. And this one, maybe, if I get it to go in there. Aha, success. Same basic concept. Hold on to it and twist it until it is secure where it needs to be. And if you have to, that's when we grab our little bent nose pliers and just kind of give a little squeeze. Last but not least, we have this side over here. Take our little plier and bend it down and around. And again, just make sure that we have it in there securely. We're going to give that just a little bit of a squeeze. If I can get it to stop wiggling on me, that'd be great. Okay. And voila, we have restrung the necklace. And that's that. Well, thank you so much for being with me today as we did this necklace. And these earrings were perfect, so they didn't have to be messed with. But, you know, definitely restringing a necklace like this, you're going to enjoy it for many years to come. And it's so simple to do, honestly. And I think it really kind of opens up, because a lot of times we'll see pieces that are in estate sales or yard sales and they're broken, or we're not sure, you know, if we can feasibly fix them or not. And for something like this, it is way simple, and you're breathing new life into a piece that would probably otherwise end up, who knows, in the trash or whatever, forgotten about in the back of a jewelry box. But this piece here will be able to be enjoyed for many years to come. I know I'm going to be enjoying them, and I hope this helps all of you out there. And of course, as always, thank you so much for watching. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you'd like to, please subscribe to my channel. I would love that. I'm trying to build my own little online community, and I will be doing some more jewelry tutorials, as well as some more repair tutorials where I show you how to repair simple things and breathe new life into treasured pieces. So thank you so much for watching, and y'all have an amazing day, and stay safe out there. Bye-bye.